Guess who's the happiest girl in the motherfucking world right now? Guess who's the happiest girl in the motherfucking world right now? So I've been waiting on these beats. Oh my god, I've been waiting on these beats, and the producer just got back to me, and I'm about to go work on this album. But I want to talk to y'all real quick because I thought of a topic earlier, and I might start doing, like, I don't know, I really like analysis videos. I like the longer chat videos where we get to actually talk and discuss. And I know I do a lot of travel, but I still like to speak my mind sometimes. I'm taking a break from my dating journey. It's been quite interesting. Unfortunately, I have not had, I think I only have like a couple positive experiences. And I think the more you allow negative experiences in your dating life to prevail, the longer you don't leave, the longer you don't, and I don't mean to say that lightly because I know leaving's a lot sometimes, especially when there's emotional attachment involved, but the longer you facilitate negative relationships or that toxicity or the situationship or whatever it is, I think you become low-key addicted to it, or whatever it is. Not even addicted, conditioned, trauma bonded, whatever you want to call it. That being said, so what's up? You can't win. You can't win with certain people because they don't want you to win. I took notes, of course. Hold on, let me check. All right, I got my little notes because if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna take notes. And I actually had a partner once that actually knew I was taking notes on them, and I think they took offense to that. So they started taking notes on me, like, out of spite. And I'm like, go ahead, like, this is good. If I'm doing something that needs to be checked, please let me know so I could be a better person. But the notes thing will help, especially if you smoke or drink or anything like that. For me right now, I'm just completely sober. Like, I've been sober for a minute. Don't be drinking, don't be smoking. But it definitely helps, especially people who try to keep you in that dissociative state so you don't clock when they say something weird or do something weird. And it'll come so much as a shock that you want to ignore it, but you can't ignore it, okay? So trigger warning for this whole video because it is going to be about abuse, TV, some other stuff. I'm going to try not to make it too heavy, but definitely leave when you see the signs. And just, like, if you're able to, just quietly, safely leave. I know it's easier said than done. And also the key is not going back. All right, I've fallen for that, and I've ended up with a trash bag over my head and being fake suffocated, or having the drawstrings hoodies of somebody who told me they was literally gonna do some crazy shit to my neck or whatever. I've had the drawstring hoodies tied so damn tight that I couldn't breathe during sex. I've been strangled and pressed against the floor, and it was like, oh my god, I don't like how we was play fighting that hard. No, honey, they're trying to anyways, I had somebody, I was confiding in a male friend, and he disappointed me in the moment because he's very smart, he's very intelligent, but he said something and I was like, ooh. He was like, why do you think you attract abusive men? And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna answer it for you because I love a good little devil's advocate. No, I really don't, but I will, you know, listen to a devil's advocate sparingly. And sometimes it's kind of like, yeah, let's get to the root of what might be the problem as far as, like, you know, as a woman seeing, and I know abuse goes both ways, so I'm not trying to, you know, I just know, well, I actually don't know the statistics either. I'm talking about from a woman's perspective dealing with other men who are abusive. So that being said, for me, I understand finding the red flags or seeing them really quick is important, and then leaving when you see them. And usually the person will get irate, upset, etc., because you're clocking them early. Other people are master manipulators, and they're really good at painting those red flags green and then not uncovering the true color until it's never too late. Oh, well, there is a too late, unfortunately, and you don't want to get to that point, hopefully, you know. But that being said, they wait until significant events, until you're comfortable, until you're emotionally attached to attack. I've had female friends, not to tell their business too much, but as soon as they moved in with the man, who to anybody else, actually very well known, renowned in certain industries, okay, got thrown down the steps after they moved in. The abuse started right after them keys came in, moving in together. I've had a female friend go across the country for another man, and they switched up their whole personality and energy. I have had situations where and again, red flags, so I should have clocked them earlier, but sometimes they're not red flags. Sometimes it's just, oh, straight to business. Straight to the unhinged business. Oh shit. Okay, well, let me go ahead and find my little escape route, right? So that being said, some people will wait until you are absolutely comfortable and emotionally attached, so they feel like you're pliable and they could really play with you, to then be doing the most, the gaslighting, the manipulation, whether it's physical, emotional, financial, psychological abuse, whatever it might be. That's part of the task. People want you to, and I've actually had other men tell me this too, male friends or male associates, like, yeah, they want you to get comfortable. They want you to like feel like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm vulnerable, I can be soft with you, I can be in my feminine era. And then turns out, oh yeah, okay, I'm about to amuse the fuck out of it. I've seen it with clients where I've had to hang up because no, I'm not gonna shove my toy all. Oh, I'm a sex worker, by the way. No, I'm gonna virtual on the phone, whatever. No, I'm not gonna shove my toy down my throat till I vomit, get help. Okay. Oh no, I'm not gonna hurt myself till I'm sore over the few bucks you're throwing me. No. And I've seen it in person with dating too. And unfortunately, it's mainly been with men. Now that being said, I want to acknowledge that I know there are amazing men out there. I know somewhere, probably already locked in a relationship. I've seen the cute picnics. I've seen the if he wanted to, he would. I've seen the happy couples, the happy family. I'm not here to demonize men in general. Please, let's get that straight. I'm talking about, because my friend said it, and you know what? I was like, I'm not even gonna be mad at you because the way you think, I actually really do enjoy. So that's a good point. What is it about me? Sometimes abusers are just abusers. You don't blame the person being abused or whatever for attracting an abuser. But it made me wonder, I was like, what qualities about me are making them so prevalent? And as I'm getting older, I'm seeing, okay, oh, clocking this, nope, stay the fuck away from me. Or sometimes I'll play mind games back, unless if it's safe to do so. If it's not safe to do so, get the fuck out. Because sometimes the mind games make it worse. And people don't always need a mirror to them because they refuse to see themselves anyway. So it don't matter. So you don't need to try to be that mirror. Okay, spare your mental. But that being said, I was like, well, I can be very submissive, very soft. I could be very catering in a relationship. Like, if I love you, honey, what are your dreams and aspirations? Let's go ahead and achieve them, because I got mine down pat. Okay, I'm about to go work on my little next studio album down. But what are yours, and how can I make you be the man that I know you could be? Like, you know how they be saying, behind every great man is a great woman, that somebody's gonna push you, somebody's gonna do this, etc. And then women, when they're provided, I don't like talking in absolutes. A lot of women, when they're provided for, cared for, they know they're loved. The blossoming that comes from that, a good woman behind you and a good man by your side, honey. So yeah, but anyways, that being said, for a lot of women, we don't see, because people are like, oh, you should have saw the red flags. A lot of people will instead of putting in the work to be a better person, they will put in the work to figure out how well they can conceal that red flags. Does that make sense? Instead of, let me do the inner work and, oh, I'm not the best person I could be. Sometimes I'm this, sometimes I'm next. Trust me, honey, I'm not perfect. I can be a lot. That being said, instead of doing that work, it's like, no, I'm not the problem here. Let's look at you. These red flags are all green. Come over here. It's safe. And it's really not. And again, I'm not trying to come off condescending, because I've definitely found myself in a few abusive situations where I did not handle them well at all. And because the attachment was there, it's so hard. As an outsider, yeah, of course, walk away, leave. It's easy to say that because you have no attachment to the person who is the abuser. Stockholm syndrome, all that stuff too, that's real. It's real, because you're going for these crumbs of affection. Even though this person's hurting you so bad, you're feeding, you're starving for these crumbs of affection because they have emotionally fucked up your whole psyche. Honey, it's scary. I keep myself at a distance now. I don't like getting attached. It seems very standoffish, but it's just like, the moment somebody has you on puppet strings emotionally and they start playing with you so you can perform in a little show. So I took notes. Y'all know I took notes. But yeah, and then some people just like, they want to be difficult. Some people, I realize, want to argue. I've been staying away from, like, dating wise, I've been staying away from a lot of people who just want to argue. No joke, the last relationship, I told y'all about a few, but the last one I had, I went on a date. It was like, oh, good vibes. Second date, they went straight to sex. I said I was not going to fuck. It got to the point where it was getting super, super pushy. And then I was like, you know what? Okay, after that, I was like, I see you need it this bad. You know what? Let's make it a hookup thing. I don't take you seriously no more. Let's just hook up. You don't like me no more. You was just treating me like a sex doll. And now I'm trying to treat you like a sex doll. And you got a problem with it? Now your feelings are hurt? What? Now that I'm consenting, you don't want it no more? What? What is going on out here? And so I'm taking a break from dating because in the time that I dated, I'm already mentally exhausted. And I'm not in spaces where, no offense to my city, but I'm not in spaces where I think my person might be in. I really don't think they gonna be on these dating apps. So it's like, why are you wasting your time, and why are you exerting so much energy and emotional fatigue over? I really don't think so. They're not gonna be. I don't know. I don't know. And you'll start to realize how much personality some people don't have, aside from being like negative, abusive, whatever it is, playing games. Like, you'll ask somebody about themselves, and it's like, oh, I don't really do nothing. You don't got no hobbies, no dreams. You just work and hurt my feelings on the side. Like, what? You take away the smoking, the drinking, the sex. What do you do? Who are you? Okay, cool, you work. That's amazing. That's amazing. We all gotta make money. But like, did you take the time to find anything about yourself? And I've realized, like, some people who lack self-identity be the worst because they don't know what to do with themselves aside from like, okay, I work and I live and I work and I live, I exist and da da da. And then some of them become the obsessive, abusive types where it's like, you're my person, you're my everything. I don't have anything outside of myself and you. Or they just be bored and they want to start shit, or I don't know, y'all. Like, I don't know. It's too many people want to argue. It's too many people trying to play opposite day of what you want. It's too many people too prideful and too egotistical to like just admit that it's okay not to chase and really like be about a person and this and the. And I know as many people doing that, there's plenty of people who aren't. So of course, again, I'm not talking about everybody, but what was I saying? So in the little notes, because I'm not brain be all over the place, but I said, let's start from the beginning. I really should have just picked up my camera when I started taking these notes, but anyways. So I was saying in response to my friend who said it, like, why am I attracting abusive people? I said I answered honestly in my head. I was submissive, I was a people pleaser, I didn't speak up, so abusive individuals thrive in that environment. It's not just your partner, it's shady friendships, problematic family, whatever. People like that love when people don't speak up. So abusers love when people don't speak up because you're not supposed to challenge them. It's just what they say, whatever goes, etc. And if you start mirroring their behavior or you start contesting them on it, that's when you start getting all that explosive, fiery energy, and now you're getting worked up, and now you're going back and forth. It's just toxic, it's problematic, etc. It's too much, honey, it's too much. I was saying for women, from a female perspective, a lot of guys, I think, don't act like this towards each other. So when guys are friends with each other, you got locker room talk, and I've seen screenshots. I've seen some of the most disgusting, and yes, they're real, screenshot texts. Oh, fuck bitches, do this. Oh, fuck her, nah, this and that. Nah, I'm gonna ghost, da 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 da. The way guys will talk amongst each other, don't be how guys will talk to you when they trying to sugarcoat it. The wrong guys, at least. Trying to sugarcoat it and sweeten you up or get you on your soft side so that you could be pliable so they could play with you. And again, the wrong guys, like little boy behavior. We're not talking about grown men here. Please, if you're a grown-ass man who don't be acting like this, don't take offense. I'm talking about little boy behavior in grown-ass men bodies, okay? But yeah, so a lot of women don't see or hear how guys talk to each other unless you're around men who you'll hear it through gamer headsets, you'll see it through text, unless you're around some guys that be moving that foul, which I don't recommend, but if you see it, you'll see it, smoke circles, etc. You'll see all this, like, you might get the text of like, oh, hey, I miss you, or oh, come over, and then behind that is the, yeah, I'm about to see if she'll let me smash in the group text. Like, there be two different energies, honey. Not the type of duality we want. So anyways, you'll see this energy and behavior sometimes after somebody doesn't get their way. So you might see a little sprinkle of it if y'all start arguing. Now you see, oh, their true colors coming out a little bit, or oh, they start talking to you crazy, or they start slipping in little jabs here and there, whatever it might be. But while everything's good, if they're getting their way, everything's fine. Oh, they get to smash, they're good. Oh, you're dealing with the bare minimum and you're not contesting and they don't gotta do too much, everything's good. The moment you're like, hey, I want more out of this, out of us, etc. Hey, I don't like the way you talk to me. Hey, you doing too much. Hey, I wasn't comfortable with that. Hey, oh, wow, you da. Well, who's this? I never met them before. Huh? All right. So, and again, that's where the red flags comes in. When you hear something wild, jot it down. And if it's wild enough to leave, get the fuck out as fast and safely as you can. If you see something wild, anything that contests as a red flag, leave if you can, or just quietly start planning routes, whatever. I've reached out to people gently and said, hey, I just peeped this, just want to let you know, like, I'm good for now, but I'm gonna start making my little steps to Get the fuck out of here, okay? Yeah, all right, cool. Anyways, some people could say like the sex work for me has made dating harder, but honestly, I feel like it's a superpower. Like I feel like I've been able to see through bullshit way faster. Way faster. You could tell when somebody's just trying to sleep with you. You could tell when somebody is saying the same little pickup lines. It starts to get repetitive, etc. And then I noticed too, like some people will get really manipulative. They'll be like, oh, you're gonna end up alone. You're gonna be an old cat lady, blah, 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 blah. And it's like those same people are the same people that will make your life miserable. I'm living by a quote right now where it's like, it's better to be unmarried than married and miserable. Okay? Them same people that want you married so bad, why ain't you married? Why ain't you got kids? They don't give a fuck if you're married and miserable, because I don't think they hold the partner accountable. If a woman's in a relationship and a man's making her life miserable, I don't think people hold that man accountable to the extent that he should be held to. It's just like, well, at least you're married. Well, at least you got kids. Oh, okay, whatever. You should have picked a better man. That's your fault. So it's better to just wait, and just keep waiting. I'm sorry, honey, like what? I'm sure it's beautiful to be a girlfriend. It's beautiful to be a wife. I had a friend who was obsessed with trying to get picked and have somebody pick her and love her. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be loved. There's nothing wrong with that. I've had moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, it would really be nice to be claimed and loved, just not even unconditionally. Please hold me to some shit, but like just really, really loved genuinely. And it's like, yeah, but let me see how I can put myself in environments where I might be able to accept that love or actually receive it. Let me put myself in environments and around people, make connections where I can receive that type of love, giving myself the best chance. Let me make sure I'm working on myself as a person so I can truly accept that love and be ready whenever it shows up. And let me not let the wrong people, things, places, whatever, block them blessings in the first place by entertaining and putting my time and energy towards things and people and places that don't deserve it. Honey, but yeah, so people will be so quick to, oh, you're not married, you're this, and they're the same people that would have made your life miserable. I had somebody else that had a little crush on me, don't know shit about me. They're like, oh yeah, I'm trying to marry you. I was like, you literally don't know me. You haven't gotten to know me. Maybe I'm absolutely batshit bonkers. Maybe I'm crazy as you don't even know. But they were like, yeah, you keep doing something, you're having issues with dating because you're picking the wrong guys. And I was thinking they were a client, and I was like thinking about some of the things they had asked for in the past, and I'm like, you're not the right one either, respectfully. Not based off kink. I'm not kink shaming, but some things were just that could be red flags in regular relationships. And I noticed that too, where regular relationships suffer because some people have extreme sexual kinks that are just not people out here playing on ego, people out here playing mental Hunger Games, okay? People out here just obsessed with their own ego. Can't text first, can't do this, want you chasing so damn bad. The hypocrisy of you can't talk to nobody, but I'm gonna go talk to 10 people. Oh, you can't do this, and then getting upset when they get the same treatment they've been giving you. Honey, and don't you dare need something. I think you can really see true colors when you tell somebody no for the first time. When somebody thinks you need something, I will set up a fake scenario. I will. Like, if I feel like you're not really there for me type shit, romantically, I don't really do it with friends and family, but sometimes I'll just reach out like, hey, I really could use somebody. And that's the moment people disappear. You hear it all the time, like people have somebody pass in their life and people disappear, they start acting funny, or they start being mean. People will be going through deep depressions, hardships, whatever it is, and all the people they thought they had around them disappear. So it's like sometimes I'll be setting up them little fake milestones where people I already know are wrong for me, just so I can go ahead and kick them to the curb, because I'll be damned if I actually need something and my whole world's shattering and you gonna act a fool in that moment around me. No, we gonna kick you out early. Like, what? Honey. Anyways, that being said, what I write? Irony, hypocrisy. Let's see. Oh, I was saying another issue in the realm of dating is who you are. Knowing your potential and ability, so therefore getting extremely offended getting extremely offended to the point where your emotions were out of whack dealing with somebody romantically. I've had female friends say they want to off themselves over somebody romantically, and I've been to that point. And I'm so glad I snapped out of it, because it's like, no, you're just extremely depressed, and the negative romantic connection on top of that made you think you didn't want to like live anymore. And that's not the case. It was that somebody got your head so motherfucking scrambled, and they don't got no remorse. That'd be the scary part too. Zero remorse. They love it. Once my engineer told me, she's like, some guys feed off of that negative emotion, that disappointment, that fear, that anger, that whatever it is, all those emotions. And you know, as women, we are emotional. When they feed off of that, and please, I need you, please, and I was like, oh, okay. Sometimes I'll fake it just to see, just for the confirmation. And once you see they start to like it and they get off on it, don't ever work yourself up like that over somebody. Because somebody who really loves you ain't gonna do all that. They're not gonna let you get worked up like that. They're not gonna let you be texting and blowing their line, begging and doing this and that and the third. You have to keep saying, my person does not do this. My person comforts. My person consoles. My person doesn't cause the issue in the first place because the issue was significant. Once you keep saying that, your imaginary person, man, woman, whoever they might be, like, no, my baby don't do that. My baby won't treat me like that. You start to realize who you're dealing with. It's just a waste of time, especially if they're abusive. And there's different levels to it. There's flat out like, oh, you've been physically hit and attacked or verbally yelled at, and this person is just not shit. They're evil, whatever it is. And then you have like the gaslighters, the manipulators, which it's not as, well, we're not going to even put levels to it like that because it's still quite severe, but it's just different levels of severe. The gaslighting will fuck with your head till next thing you know, oh, she's crazy. No, you went and psychologically damaged that individual, and now you want to sit here and be like, I didn't know, I just don't know, they're just acting weird. There's levels. You want to sit there and make somebody feel like they're absolutely nothing? You think years of belittling somebody's not going to do something? You think years of making somebody feel less than? You might not have put your own hands on them, or maybe you did, but talking down on them, talking to them like they nothing, making them feel inadequate, making them chase after you like they're not good enough to be in communication with you in the first place, but you wanted them first. Behaviors like that, they break people. And you start to realize like, yeah, no, we not doing this. But yeah, I've been looking at myself as an outsider. I'm reading my little notes. And you have to imagine wanting more. You have to see cute dates being planned, happy couples, the marriages that work, the families that work. And sometimes it's hard because I be seeing a lot of husbands through this work, a lot that you would never suspect. But you gotta find and trust that there's somebody who can match your piece, not just your freak. Okay, and keep loving yourself to put yourself in environments and realms where those people are. So for me, I'm just like, dating's not in the cards right now because where I'm supposed to be as a person, maybe I'm not there yet, but my person who might be out there for me might also be waiting for me to get to those realms too, but they're not in the realms I'm in right now. And also working at home makes it a lot harder because I work from home, I do everything from home, exercise from home, so it's like, I don't even be getting out to meet people the way I want to meet people, but I'm just also like, you know what? Let me get back outside safely. Let me mind my business. Let me be in my grown woman era, okay? None of these hookups, none of this, blah, da, 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 etc. Like, I would love to just present myself as just, hey, what's up? I've been minding my business. Oh, yeah, nice to meet you. Oh, you're not gonna break me, are you? Oh, okay. I still get to be my own person, and then we just do this shit together? Oh, okay. You're not gonna hurt me, are you? Oh, why? And even then, I'm gonna still probably have my guard up. But that being said, I say you might not have met your person yet because you're not in the spaces that allow you for the opportunity. You're going to the safe or comfortable side of things for the sake of love, or having somebody to cuddle for the winter, and it comes with 1,000,001 side effects. It might be because of where you're dating, who you're dating, and how well they're able to master their true character. But once you see the true character, understand that it just simply will not work. I had that with one partner. He was mad, hella abusive, threatened death. Yep. And I let him know before, I was like, you are not my husband. I just know you're not my husband because my husband would never do that to me. If I wanted I don't even know if I want to get married at this point, but if I were to get married, my husband doesn't do this. That's not in the history books. Once it's in the history books, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, okay? Some stuff you don't come back from. And I be on Reddit. They have like over 30, over 40 threads, stuff like that, over 50. And people be like, I got married and I didn't see who my partner was until after we got married. That's why you see some people getting their marriages annulled. Better to have that than have the rest of your life be miserable, okay? Or have kids with the wrong person. It's not until after you move in with somebody, you see how they handle situations, emotional, financial stress, how they are towards you in a domestic setting, okay? I think entitlement and ego have to be dropped to a certain extent with any relationship, and that goes with friendships too. Too many people try to establish a hierarchy, power dynamics, who satisfies who's submissive, who's the bold one, etc. And that's why you see it with bullies and friend groups. You see it with grown women being shady, All right, the moment they friend leaves the room, and then people start talking about each other behind their backs, okay? Friendships, and of course, not all of them. I understand for every time I say this and that, there's a healthy version of what I'm talking about. So please let's acknowledge that and not talk in absolutes. I know it's not all female friendships. I've seen the beautiful ones. Oh my God, I want that one day. I know it's not all best friends. I know it's not all men, okay? But I'm talking about where it is, okay? People use their emotions, credentials, status, or whatever to try to feel more important because maybe they feel inadequate in their own life. Maybe they're intimidated by you. I've noticed that too, where a lot of abusers, where I've had it where like in relationships, it feels like they were fangirling kind of like, oh, I'm intimidated by you. So then they quickly try to make me feel less than or have me chase them so they could feel like more. Like, oh, you're this big personality and look at me making you small. Look at you need my attention. You're begging for me. I've that's probably the most I've encountered with abusive types. And whatever I got going on that I'm trying to work through, possibly personality disorder, I don't know. But the chase or just like maybe growing up, I don't know. I kind of know where it stems from. Not chasing the emotionally available, because it's always people who pursued me first and then they're quick to try to make me feel inadequate and then have me chase. So now they feel like the big dog because they're like, oh, I wanted you, I got you, conquest is over. Now let's flip it around and you're gonna chase me. You're too much for me. I can't live up to who you are. Not. Yes, they can, but you're a big personality. I don't know if I can really satisfy and be the person you need. So I'm going to make you feel less than. So you're constantly chasing me. And then they start the little tactics. All right. Yeah. Be careful. It's scary out here. Jinkies. Anyways. Yeah. And then I know it. That's the worst part too. I'll be self-aware. Will I still chase? Sometimes. Goofy alert. Yeah, but I'll be very self-aware of it. I studied psych for a long time, and then it gets to the point where I just be tired and I'm like, oh, never mind, what am I doing? And I have to check my own ego, because it's just like, it doesn't make sense. I think for a lot of women or people in general, I just saw a post, they're like, why does it only work when one person in a relationship loves the other person more or something like that? People are like, no, you're supposed to both equally love each other, this and the third. I have noticed where it's like, it's an ego thing. Some people just have this chase dynamic. Nobody can like the other person too much because then you're simping. If you're chasing too much, you're like desperate and you're begging. It's just like, be together. Y'all obviously vibe with each other. What is with the arguments? What's with it? But again, that's for some people, that is the starting point of abuse. So sometimes you dodge the bullet. Sometimes, yeah, most of the time you dodge the bullet, because I think normal relationships, people don't act like that. I don't think, I've heard love stories where it's like, we're happily married and he used to make me chase him, and then, oh my gosh, she used to make me chase me, and you know, we're happy together. And no, I think that's something that really needs to be unpacked and worked through. I think if you like somebody, you communicate that, you go on cute dates, and then you just end up happily together. And then sometimes you have arguments probably over dumb shit, but I don't think severe, like, nobody should be making you feel insecure, less than, one-side communication. Like, if you're feeling inadequate with somebody, that's extremely problematic, right? Okay. And then it's where you have to drop your own ego and understand that, like, this isn't about me. They're trying to make me feel some type of way so they could feel better about themselves or they could feel powerful. At the end of the day, they're a bully. High key, they're a bully. They want you chasing. Most people who, if they know they're not interested in you for real, or they like, because they want to see you keep coming back, most people say, hey, I'm not interested. Other people give you the breadcrumbs, have you tag along. Other people will do little things to make you feel like, oh, let me, you know, there's tactics to it. But yeah, most people who like somebody just, you know, like them and then continue on happily so. Other people who want to play with somebody and toy with them will keep them around and do just that, cat and mouse. So anyways, as I was saying, petty reality show drama. Instead of being out here just being humble and realizing that we're all out here trying to survive, maybe find love, be successful, people turn things into games and social hierarchy, petty reality show dramas. Yep. Okay. You can really see somebody's true color. Okay, yep. Stay away from people who dismiss your accomplishments. I can't tell you how many people, maybe the people I've tried to be with, I had one person who was encouraging and then they would just shame me about it. But I've had people who genuinely, if they don't show no interest, they really could not give a single flying fuck about what you're doing with your life. and they don't got much ambition for their stay, okay? That is usually the breeding grounds for the jealous and envious type, and that goes for friendships too. I don't like being around unambitious people. It scares me because if we link up, we not gonna talk about so-and-so said what and she said he said that at our very grown ages, okay? We need to talk about some ideas, some plans, some dreams. What'd you do today? I'm not gonna come at you talking about something I did my yoga, gym, Pilates, worked on music, this, that, and the third, edited some vlogs, etc. And I'm not saying you gotta overwork yourself, but I'm not gonna come to you telling you all these amazing accomplishments. Oh my, this is growing. Oh, this is getting better. This is happening. Oh, I hit this goal. And you look at me and you don't got nothing to tell me. That's usually breeding grounds for contempt. That goes with partners and friends. Okay, so I like to be around ambitious people who inspire me, because if you ain't doing too much, you'll start hearing it in the way people talk. I go on a lot of vacations. You know, you're on vacation. Ooh, you go on vacation too, sweetie. Like, come on now. What? Oh, you always, yeah. Oh, yeah. That little voice you be hearing from other people. Watch out, green-eyed, be careful, You can have partners who are very jealous of you and all that you do or the attention that you get. I had a partner once in the past where we had stopped talking and we were swiping on apps separately because we were just like, we'll see other people, like let's try to be open. And I was getting all these matches and they're like, you pulling all, like jealous. They're like, he pulling everybody. I was like, damn, can't do nothing. And just, you shouldn't even be in environments like that anyways, because it's like you can tell when somebody, you can't do too much, and that's not, I'm not living like that. I'm not gonna keep making myself small so you feel good about yourself because you can't make yourself bigger. Like, what? So yeah, stay away from people who dismiss your accomplishments, can give less of a fuck about what you're about. It's just about pussy, or it's just about Lincoln, or it's just about this, or it's just about how you can make them feel. Okay, the chase, how you can comfort them, everything about them. I think there are a lot of people in this world. I used to be bad too, because at the end of the day, this world is only us. It starts with us and ends with us, all up here, right? I think it is easy to become, well, I don't want to say the N-word because, you need actual diagnosis for that, but I think it's easy to become very self-centered, entitled, egotistical. Traveling humbled me. It made me realize how small I am and how unimportant I actually am, but important at the same time. And I've carried that energy throughout my day. I'm a person, I'm vibing, I'm sharing my life, and it's cool that people fuck with that. But like, I'm a person, I got problems, I'm really not perfect, etc. Like, my problem is I get caught up in dumbass situations and scenarios where I know I should not be entertaining, and people get me out of my character, and then I'm like, that's my issue. But I know it's not that I'm above any of those situations. It's more so that I need to stop dwelling on, like, people love that. People love when you're dwelling in places you're not supposed to be, because it means you're stagnant, you're not growing. Oh, I could be working on this and that, but instead my mind's over here worried about so-and-so trying to make me feel bad, make me feel less than, whether that's a friend or a romantic partner. They're trying to hold you up for real, crabs in a bucket type energy, because when you're in a mental fog, a mental funk or whatever, you're not getting things done. Whether it's for yourself, at any moment you could be doing something beautiful, reading a book, yoga, exercising, enjoying yourself, whatever it might be. Now you over here worried about him and her and them and this and that. No, we're not doing that. What? Who I am when I'm thriving, minding my business? Honey, the moment I get caught up in the wrong situations, you know how draining those are? Situations that really just stick in your head all day. You wake up, you're like, damn, that one thing or this. And then it gets even worse with abusive individuals, because they go to extremes. They go to extremes to make you feel less than. You feel so broken, you don't have it in you to do anything. You can't function no more. I can't speak for everybody, but you can't function because every day you're just like, oh, damn, like a dark cloud is really a dark cloud over you when you got somebody like that. So yeah, and then when they don't have that effect on you anymore, the anger, are you happy without me? And I'm trying to make you miserable and it's not working? Are you gonna leave me and let me be miserable by myself? Honey. But yeah, what was I saying? True colors, start abstaining from things, telling people no, you don't want to smoke, no, you don't want to drink, no, you don't want to have sex. See how many people have an actual personality outside of being a manipulator or a nympho? Straight up. Okay, this goes for women too. Start asking about hobbies, dreams, passions. Yep. Because if you just gonna sit around and do nothing all day, people love to spend time with you while you waste time. And it's okay to waste time with the right people, the good energy. But if you're wasting time in spaces that are ambiguous, and they love that. Oh, you here with me just stuck, just stagnant. They eat that shit up, bro. So anyways, yeah, be around men and women who make you feel inspired. And that goes for dating. I don't know why some people, myself included, make so many exceptions for dating. Okay, where we wouldn't tolerate other places, or if we saw somebody else going through, we'd be like, no, don't do that. That's not good. But yeah, well, that's all the choked out thing, etc. Write down everything. Write down the signs and actually start to listen to them. Okay. Be careful. Again, people like to show their ass after a expensive vacation is booked, after y'all done got married, after a kid, once you're pregnant. Oh, that scares me. You know, think about the horror stories I've heard of as soon as women get pregnant, they see how the men act. Oh, he didn't show up to the delivery room. Oh, he was cheating the whole time. Oh, and I'm carrying your child. Have y'all seen pregnancy videos? I'm pushing out your child. You're out. You know what? And again, this is not a oh my god anti-men blah blah blah. It's really not. It's just. And of course, again, please, like I said, for every negative, there's a positive. I'm not trying to be like, oh my gosh, everything's so bad, because I've seen the beautiful side of it, but maybe I just need to switch what I'm consuming. But yeah, a lot of people will wait, and then once something big is some type of commitment, okay, trying to get you locked in. Once there's a big commitment, they'll show you how much they did not deserve the chance. Yep. And you can blame people for not noticing the red flags, but again, like I said, there are people who are really good at concealing them. Really, really good. To the point where even in society, people, him? No. Her? Never. Don't even suspect them until you have all the receipts and proof and evidence. Okay? But yeah, I think it's important to hold blame where it's necessary. Yes, as women and in general, people need to be hyper vigilant for who we date, but some people just should stop being abusive. And of course, that's not how it's gonna work, but you know, I think that's the bigger focus. Why are people abusive, and not why are people more aware of not getting around abusers? Because they prey on certain types. People want, and me as a woman, I'd love to be in my soft feminine era, but I've noticed when I'm dealing with these guys, I've gotten quite masculine, both clients and dating wise. I've gotten quite not physically, but it's protected me. Being in my masculine has protected me more than in my like, why aren't you texting me back, and why aren't you, and why being in my masculine, like, nah bro, you you gonna pick me up or what? Oh, what? You ain't even ask nicely. Say please. Oh, no. Like, just being straight up blunt masculine. And I hope one day I get to go back to my soft, gentle. I've been in my masculine, honey. I've been in my dominance, and it's been saving me emotionally. You can't get broken like before. But yeah, that's about it. What else I say? I ain't gonna say blah 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 blah. Just chat in the chat. People who will cause you personal hell. Yeah, I think a lot of people can unfortunately relate to this. There are people who will cause you personal hell. They really, really will, on Earth. And I'm at the point where it's like, I'm gonna need to know you for a few years before any type of trust. All this like trying to expedite trust and vulnerability just to hurt somebody quicker than ever. No. Nope. Dating's getting weird. It's getting weird. But yeah, and I don't mean to like be or sound lighthearted or low-key about abuse, because it's very serious. It's very, very serious. Unfortunately, I've been in situations, I've had female friends in situations too, and it's quite scary. It makes you feel very alone. Abusers like to isolate. They don't like you having friends. They don't like you being in touch with family. They don't like you having options. They don't want you having the possibility to leave. Any of my friends who've been in abusive situations, I have opened up my house to them, or even been in Airbnbs while I was traveling and been like, hey, come visit if you can, and we'll figure it out. Because usually leaving is what helps. Once you're away from the situation, you could actually survey how severe it was, and you're like, oh, that's when it starts to hit and your world comes crashing down. But you know, you start to build it back up, and after having your world crash down so many times, you just get to the point you don't want that anymore. Especially if you want kids. Like, and I'm not trying to speak on too many situations because shit just sucks. Shit sucks sometimes. People suck. Shit sucks. But for me, I have this, like, I'm not going to pick a partner I know is not going to be good for any potential children I might have. At this point, it's not looking like I'm really wanting any per se. But if I were to have kids, what kind of parent would I give them? Wife or husband? And then them being in those situations, you having to leave your kid alone with that person. Huh? You can't leave yourself alone with that person, let alone your kids. Can you leave your dog, your cat with that person? Like, so yeah, it sucks. It sucks. People don't know how to handle their emotions. Some people are just really evil, unfortunately. Other people just have extreme emotions they cannot process, and there's no excuse for it at all, because there's nothing in me that I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna start hitting people, or I'm gonna just go start doing this. Like, I think it just comes from a very dark, foul, vicious, traumatized, nasty place. And again, there are levels to it. I know I have a mouth on me sometimes, but I'm trying to make sure I watch it to the point where I'm not like, oh, she's verbal. I can have a mouth on me for sure, but it's usually against other abusers, who usually the covert ones. But yeah, the covert ones that start, I'm just like, okay, I'll start shh, and then I'm the crazy one, of course. I've said it before, if you don't keep hitting the dog, don't be surprised if it bites you back, type shit. So that's kind of me. That's where I'm at. But yeah, that's it. And so many people I've noticed too with abuse, just so quick to erase the history record too. I never said that. And they like to say things in person. I've noticed that, like, a lot of people, or a lot of abusers, well, I'm not gonna sit here and speak like I have a whole consensus, but in my experience, a lot of them don't like to put anything in writing or text so you have evidence. They wait till you're physically around them to start treating you like absolute dog shit, so that it's just your word against theirs. So once they start hitting, saying stuff, comments here, comments there, oh, I never said that. Just erase it from the record. Oh, that sounds really bad. I didn't say that. So you're over here texting like, da, 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 and it's like, oh, she's the crazy one. It's like, but do you know what you said to me on the phone? Do you know what you did to me when you saw me in person? Do you know how you did this? You did that? Not you damn near assaulting me. Not you putting your hands on me. Not you threatening to take my life. Oh, but you didn't want to text that, right? I got you. Yeah. I'll be the crazy one. It's okay. But yeah, that being said, life's good. I got my beats. I'm so excited. Y'all. Call me unhinged. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking a break. It's been a repetitive pattern. I'm over it right now. And I think I'm just not in the spaces that I'm supposed to be in. Like, no bougie shit, no weird shit. I just really think whoever my person is, we gonna naturally come across. And if we don't, that's okay too. But we not. My heart goes out to you. And it happens to so many people. Bruh. That's the people who talk about it. Imagine people who don't talk about it. Nobody want to own up to their shit. So yeah, I've had people I've cut off from the beginning because I saw red flags, and then literally would just go back to confirm, which is my fault. Like, let me give you a second chance, and they prove me right 20 times over. Like, yeah, so sometimes I be getting a little mean with the people I date, but it's really because I already see the abuse coming out. People making you feel less than, making you insecure, this, that, and the third, or just little stuff. Watch out for the little comments too. Like, you ain't do this, you ain't shave your legs, oh, you ain't do that, you ashy, you ain't put no lotion on. What? Oh, you didn't get this fixed yet? You must be broke. Just weird stuff. Weird. Your back looks weird. It's flat. Your ass looks flat. You ain't got no ass. Like, I can name them little comments, them little threats, and little slick people being pushy with sex. A lot of things are signs. Unfortunately, a lot of things are signs. So it just gets to the point where you're like, all right, I hear you. I'm listening. Trust me, I'm listening. But let me go work on this album. This album comes from a place of pain that I can now look at and be like, wow, how beautiful. But definitely when I was writing it, oh my gosh, like situations like this, definitely in inspo, which is not good, but you know, gotta put it somewhere and channel it somewhere. That's another thing too. I've noticed the most abusers don't be having no hobbies. I know I said this already, but it's like, you don't got no outlets, you don't got nowhere to channel. We all get angry, we all get sad, we all get into our feelings. Where are you putting it? Oh, on somebody else. You're putting that energy on somebody else. If you had anything better to do with your time, one, if you weren't like that, you just wouldn't be like that, okay? Some people are straight up evil. Some people are just foul as fuck, okay? There's, again, levels. But if you really, really, really was putting your energy into different places it can go to create something beautiful, you wouldn't spend your time harassing and minimizing the person you claim to care about by being abusive in different ways to them. You got better things to do. One, your heart's not like that. That's not you as a person. And then you have better things to do. So, and I also notice abusers want you to be on their level so bad. They want you to argue with them so bad. They want you to get in that toxic cycle so bad. They want to make you as mad as they are, as sad and angry and depressed as they are. They want you to feel miserable with them. And sometimes it works. Sometimes they trick you, and now you're angry, and now you don't know what's going on, and now you're being mean. Yeah, that's the cycle. Be careful. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you for listening. Bye. I think I'll do more talking videos. Yeah, I think I'll do more talking videos. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. And that's why even though it hurts, kindness is a superpower, because when you're mean, you're hurting yourself. All right, you're hurting others. And I've seen characters change because somebody was being so hurt. All right, people use little trivial stuff as leverage. They'll belittle you. They'll make it the favorite part of their day to start some shit. All right, you just gotta be really, really careful. Like, it comes in different shapes, forms, whatever it is. But when you get good at identifying it, you get better at blocking it out. All right, I love y'all. See y'all later.